Mike's Daily Podcast.
I'm going to put the name of the show at the beginning today. The name of the show is Hurrah!
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Hurrah, because I have been working so hard this week, and now I get to do a podcast, and people have been listening to this podcast, and they've been getting back to me about it, and I've been doing such stuff so fast because I've got a lot of stuff going on. So this is episode 2111, so much fun, because it's almost Friday. What a week, my friend. Can I tell you, in the world of
Mike's Daily Podcast,
managing people, your life is never boring, ever. Oh,
Mike's.
So here's an interesting thing.
Daily.
What I'm doing with this podcast. I basically took everything that you hear in the background, everything has been saved to a thumb drive. And now, as long as the computer I am on has Adobe Audition on it, some kind of recording software on it that I use in particular, I can open up this template and I've got this show. And I can record this anywhere. It's wonderful. As long as I have a microphone and headphones and a bunch of people talking in the background like this. Do you know I once did this podcast from this back when I was married? My ex-wife had a friend that lived down in Escondido. Yes, Escondido, because that name has to be weirder than Oxnard, which is a town I also lived in and for a long time and went to high school at. Went to a Catholic high school. Maybe there's some of the people that I went to Catholic high school listening to this podcast. If so, go Gauchos. Oh wait, no, that was UCSB. It's another West Coast California reference. Yes, this show is about nothing. That's one of the criticisms I got. I go, yes, Seinfeld did that 10, 20 years ago. I don't need to rehash it. I know the show is not about anything at all in particular. So that's how I say it.
And here's today's podcast picture.
I don't know. So, back to Escondido. I was in this house, and I wanted to do the podcast, and they had a piano. So I did that whole song that you just heard. I did that on their piano. Of course, I hadn't played the song in a long time, and I forgot what the chords were, but the chords are super simple. You probably figured it out if you're a musician. It's like G, C, G, G, C, G. Basil's going to bark in a second. Basil passed away over a month ago. And he will never be forgotten. And I'm going to sing a Simple Minds song. Don't you forget about me. Jim Kerr, lead singer of Simple Minds. Simple Minds were not a one-hit wonder. And if you say that to my face, I will slap you. Because here were their other hits. Alive and kicking. Stay until your love is alive and kicking. Oh, na, 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 whoa. Of all the things she said, down into your eyes, but be no compromising. Of all the things she said, she said this is the time. She said, this is the place. This is the space my heart wants to be. Everybody close your eyes. There'll be no compromising. Of all the things she said, open up your heart. Sanctify yourself. Sanctify. There you go. So there are the other hits. And then if you were in England ever in the 80s, I'm going to step on up to the waterfront. I'm going to step on up to the waterfront. Come in, come out of the rain. But I loved their later stuff as well. If you see the lights shining on me. I can't remember the words. Dang it, it's my favorite song and I can't think of it. Well, it's not really a lyric-driven song. It's more of all the cool sounds they were making because they were trying to be U2 for a little while. But that's okay. I don't hold it against them. You got me hypnotized. That was another one they had. Oh, and she's a river and she's running inside of me. So this show has been an entire tribute to Simple Minds, and I just want to tell you that they were not a one-hit wonder. And yes, Breakfast Club made them, put them on the map in America, but everybody in England knew who they were. They were from Scotland, and they were a brash band, and they did what they wanted to do. And then Jim Kerr, he married Chrissy Hine, all the way from Ohio. He married an Ohio girl. All I'm saying is that's a statement, that's a phrase I like to say a lot. All I'm saying. But back to Escondido, not Oxnard, because these are great names of towns, hardworking American towns in California. Escondido gets really hot. I never want to ever go back to Escondido. Sorry. Oh, wait. No, I do. Maybe to go and drink some of the what's their Stone Brewery? There's a brewery there or something with Stone in the name. But other than that, I don't ever want to go back. Hey, Lawrence Welk owned a town just north of Escondido. Lawrence Welk. Yes. Hey, everybody. Welcome to my show. Today we're going to listen to some wonderful polka songs I'm going to play for you. I don't know, that was like Italian. I think he was Polish. At any rate, that guy ruled the world. When, I don't know how old you are, because this is a podcast and you're listening to it, and this is how it is. And the show isn't exactly daily. I understand someone made a joke. A really funny joke. You want to hear it is? It should be Mike's bi-weekly podcast. Oh my gosh. No, it's Mike's Daily Podcast. Deal with it. And it will be daily once again. Once my life gets into some kind of order, we're outside a cafe anyway, somewhere in Podcaster Valley. The last place on earth. Episode 2011. Republican convention going on. I don't want to get political, but you know what? The guy sure is living up to his name. He is trumping the other guy doing come on. Joe Biden did like one speech. Nobody in the audience, by himself. It was good. I will say it was good. It was passionate as far as those type of speeches go. But Trump, every single night, is talking. Of course, the guy could talk anywhere, anytime, any place. But I have a feeling that that's going to draw more people in. Even, the people in the middle that don't know which way to go, they're going to go with, you know what? Like someone who's just going to talk to them all the time. What do you think? 336MM Daily, 3 + 3 = 6. MM isn't Mike Matthews. Daily isn't what this podcast is. Hey, gosh dang it. I just realized that I went political, and that's going to get some people to call in, maybe. Oh, the person that says, here's today's podcast picture. I did not actually speak to her, but I left her a message because there were some fans of the show that go, who's that person that does that thing? And so I called up A-Frame and left a message, and she was flattered. So just so you know, A-Frame is still very happy to be part of the podcast, and we applaud her. Here's today's podcast picture, which I will get to right after I do this quick video. Whenever I do a video for YouTube, it just makes the podcast just stop dead in its tracks. So, there. Okay, done with that video. The other thing, did you go outside tonight, by the way? The moon, and then I think to the left was Venus, and then maybe to the left of that was Mars, or some kind of configuration. Maybe you could look it up for me, because I know you're busy and you've got things to do, but you could do that for me. So if you could, just do that, and we'll confirm that for sure. I think I'll do a podcast picture from the wonderful view of Mount Diablo back when it was super smoky this past weekend. And that's kind of cool because Mount Diablo stands for Mount Potato Head. Is that what Diablo stands for? Diablo? I know, it's the Devil Mountain. So there, you can see a picture of that at MikesDailyPodcast.com. It's kind of ominous. And the smoke has died down, although we had a nice... you know what? The smoke of the atmosphere, I don't like it, but it does make for some nice sunsets. Look who outside. Look who outside. Wow, I'm talking like that now. Look who outside. Hello, Michael Master, it's Madame Rootabega, and I love the way you talk. Ooh. I'm just realizing now my mic is a little hot, so I may be a little distorted. Uh-oh. And at the last show had that sound in the background, but thanks for putting up with that. Look who else is here.
Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino, the parking attendant.
And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that?
Michael, Madame Rootabega and I were watching the Republican convention thing.
Yeah, convention. Do you know that? How'd you like it, madam? Did you watch the whole thing?
Yes.
Were you bored out of your mind?
Yes.
Are you gonna vote for the Green Party now?
No.
Okay, well, what way will Madame Rootabega vote? We'll find out someday. You just gotta keep listening to Mike's Daily Podcast. Tell me what you think about all this. You can call me 336MM Daily. 3 plus 3 equals 6. MM is in Mike Matthews Daily isn't what the podcast tries to be. And see the podcast picture now at MikesDailyPodcast.com. With more on that, it's A-Frame.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!